Hey, real quick, I'm Cody and I talk about the Army National Guard. I've been in the National Guard for 17 years and I started this YouTube channel to help people who are interested in that type of information. Just practical information from experience to you. If you'd like to be part of that and watch it grow, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and check out the other videos. Thanks. I have a few video ideas floating around, but every time I get started on something, I just don't feel like doing it. Admittedly, right now I'm in a funk, and I typically brainstorm a lot of topics, write them down, and then I pull from the topics and write my script, and that's what my video is about. But yeah, right now I just feel a little burnout. I didn't want to do it. Like, I'd get started on something and then I would stop. So that's when it hit me. I need to do a video about burnout. Hi, I'm Cody, and I talk about the Army National Guard, fatherhood, and leadership. All three of these things can bring on burnout. And like many things in your life, the more you take on, the higher the chances of burnout are. So I figured today I'd just discuss some of the ways that I deal with that, and maybe you can implement those and it would work for you. So in the military, your job can easily become your life. The lines between personal life and your work get blurred. So it's nothing for you to take work home with you. Now, what does that mean for me? It means just thinking about work while I'm at home, supposed to be engaged with my family. You know, I could be home already and I should be getting ready to do personal stuff and hang out with my kids and stuff like that. Instead, I'm thinking about what soldiers are enrolled in school, and if I submitted their orders, and if their orders were approved, and if they have updated bank account information in their DTS system so that they can be reimbursed from travel. And all this while I'm at home and my kids trying to show me something that they drew in school, and my wife's asking me about something for dinner, and I'm just zoned out, not even there. And that is going to create another level of stress, realizing that I'm not in the moment, or actively not being in the moment, thinking about work. This month I went from a completely open schedule with nothing to do, and kind of planned it that way, to refinancing my house, which was a good thing. It worked in my benefit. Getting enrolled in Sapper School, which is something I've wanted to do my entire life. And to top all that off, we had spring break travel things to do. So it's been a busy month, and these are all manageable tasks individually, but piled on all at once, it led me to a little bit of burnout and feeling like I'm in a funk. These are all good things, and I shouldn't view them as stressors, but being that they all happened at one time, I was a little bit overwhelmed. After reviewing that I was burnt out and understanding all the things that are going on, I realized that on top of all this stuff that was happening, the spring break thing threw me off of my routine. You know, we were visiting family, and I was commuting back and forth between work and going to different family members' houses, and I realized I was completely off my schedule. So I wanted to talk about my routine for, like, if I'm on my ideal routine, that just optimizes my levels of energy and the way I can feel good about what I'm doing. So I strive for this to be every day. This is my optimal routine, but obviously we don't all stay on the same routine every day. And if you do, good for you, but I don't. But my optimal routine is, as soon as I wake up, I jump into a cold shower. I started doing this a little over a year ago now, and it started out as just, hey, I need to do it. So I set a 30-second timer and got in there and did it, and gradually increased 45 seconds, 1 minute, 1 minute 30, 2 minutes, and then it became no thing. I can operate now without a timer, and I know how long I've been in the shower. Super cold, super early in the morning, but it wakes me right up. And moving on from that, when I get to work, I usually work out. I hate lifting weights, but sometimes I do it. Normally I go for a run. When I get back from the run, I'm one of those weird people that get runner's high, so I feel like I'm ready to take on the world. Get cleaned up from that and work on my gratitude list. I try to knock out 3 things that I'm thankful for. This is, you know, basic psychology and also part of the Army's resiliency program. I find it to be extremely helpful. After I get my 3 things that I'm thankful for, I read, and most of the time, like, I can read any subject that I want to. I like facts and things like that, so I go towards military history books and the Bible. If I can read the Bible, I feel like I'm getting spiritually right and right with God, and then ready to take on my day. I mentioned the Army's resiliency program, and part of that program is energy management. It's one of the skills. And there's a lot that goes into it that I'm not going to break down right now. Hopefully I will in a later video, because it's loads of good content. I love the MRT program, and I think it's just good to have information. It was information I did not have going into it. Energy for someone who experiences burnout, energy management is paramount. And it allows you to deconstruct all the stressors in your life and prioritize what is most important and what you should be putting your energy towards. And then from there, you can build your goal list or your task list, knock that out, and manage stress much more efficiently. I have talked to some people and they're like, well, man, you're just doing too much. And that may be true, but I've tried doing less, like how I planned my month. And it's not fulfilling for me. I like to have a lot of things going at one time, so I'd rather be doing a lot of things and manage my energy as I go. Hopefully this video was insightful, and you understand that if you are experiencing burnout, you're not the only one. It's just that we need to manage our energy levels better, or you get back to the routine that helps us manage our energy levels. In later videos, I want to make a video about, or a series possibly, about Sapper Leader Course and my path getting there. And hopefully, everyone's goal is to tab out and become a sapper. But I'm just one of those mind racing, thoughtful persons. What if this happens? Maybe, I don't know. I'm going to go into it with as much physical fitness as I can, as much education as I can, and just hope that hard work and teamwork gets me through it. I also have some ideas about a resiliency series, so if you're interested in what the Army does about resiliency, that'll be in there. I have some product comparison ideas floating around, that some products that I've used, and they're similar products, different brands. What are the positives? What are the negatives? What are the, price, things like that. So if you're interested in that, please drop a comment about what you'd like to see reviewed. I'll go buy one and do it if it's in my budget. If you have any questions or comments about the channel, what I'm doing, the Army National Guard specifically, fatherhood, leadership, if I have the answers, I'll make it. Otherwise, you'll give me something to review and then I'll make it. Or I didn't mean to say review, but I mean research. You give me something to research and then I'll make a video on that. I'm really trying to grow this channel to help people who are interested in the Army National Guard, who are already in, and maybe you're feeling some burnout. There's tons of good in the Guard, there's tons of good in fatherhood, and there's tons of good in leadership. So those are just my 3 things that I dig and I want to talk about. So if you're interested in that, please put your questions and comments in the comments below, and we'll reconvene on that. Hi, thanks for checking out the channel. I really hope you liked this video. I hope it was informative. My aim is to build this channel for people who are thinking about joining the Army National Guard, or parents who are thinking about joining the Army National Guard, or parents in general. I've been in the National Guard for 17 years. I enjoy studying leadership, and I want to see the National Guard excel. If that's interesting to you, please check out one of these other videos. Like and subscribe to the channel, because that's going to help me out. Thank you.